How's it? Indian Cowboy, DocSports.com, connect on Sunday, September the 22nd, as we get this video to you. Hey, boo-boo, we have won every single free play selection this week. 6-0 this week, 9-1 over our last 10, 70-33 over our last 103. It has been nuts. Nobody would even believe us, but we're just here cranking away, just winner after winner. 88-42 over the last 136. So basically, we're about to go 5 months of 66% in free picks winners. And that is nothing short of incredible. And, we're not even that well known. So it's awesome. But I've been doing this for about 19. We're pretty well known. But hello, I'm Indian Cowboy, and this is Doc Sports. The algorithms of Indian Cowboy have been around for 19 years, and Doc Sports has been around for 53 years. I have a doctorate and a master's in Biostatistics. That's how these algorithms work. Welcome to my free daily podcast, probably one of the best kept secrets on the internet. Our best selections over at docsports.com under Rune Shiva or Indian Cowboy. Our next best selections are the free picks and leans, which is the daily video you're watching right now. We, of course, have a popular YouTube premium teaching channel, which I just finished, by the way, the show. For $20 a month, I come at you every single day, Monday through Sunday. And you get the video before anybody else. You get the best lines, which is a massive advantage. You get over 200 games for just $20 a month. It's our teaching channel. It's a recorded podcast. You can listen to it anytime, and you get a written summary at the end, and you get to hang out with me in a private setting where you get to ask me any questions you want, and it is awesome. And the 8 games that we did were Texans, Minnesota, Chiefs, Kansas City, San Francisco, Connecticut, Indiana, WNBA, White Sox, Padres, Baltimore, Dallas, Chargers, Steelers, Game 2 of Minnesota, Boston, and Arizona, Milwaukee in baseball. So, but what do I need to tell you? Well, we have a 7-unit NFL today, which goes off at 4:25 today. Excited about it. 3 NFL selections to go. We had a great day yesterday in college football. I gave you the 6-unit on that Tennessee-Oklahoma under winner. Gave you the 4-unit on Arkansas to win against Auburn outright. They did. And a 4-unit on LSU against UCLA, and they laid an egg. So 2 in one day. I think we're about to go 5-1 this week in football, so we'll see. And we have a 4-unit WNBA. We have a 4-unit baseball, so we're ready to rock and roll. Not to mention NHL is in 12 days. We'll have 2 free futures for you in the NHL. And I can't wait you to join us for the season there. And, of course, college basketball and the NBA. I'll have futures for you there as well. All right? And that's how we'll always try to hook you guys up. All right, let's get to your free play winner today for number 7 in a row. And you're going to think I'm nuts, but I don't care. I had to choose. I really thought long and hard between Carolina and between Miami. And I'm going to go with Miami plus the points. I think Miami is going to possibly win this game outright. I think Tua is playing hurt. I think Miami will get up for this game. I think that Skylar Johnson is a very good pitcher, as Thompson is a very good pitcher. And if the coach McDaniel has faith in you as the backup for Tua Tagovailoa, I think that says something about you. And he's over from Kansas State, so the kid has a good head on his shoulders too. Seattle hasn't really played an elite team yet. Yeah, Seattle beat the Patriots, but you saw what the Jets did to them. Yeah, Seattle beat the Broncos, but the Broncos are winless. And I think Miami's going to win. And I like Miami plus the points, absolutely. I think I saw Miami plus the 4, plus the 4.5, whatever it is. The point is I like Miami here. I'm sorry. Yeah, I like the Dolphins here plus the points for your 7th straight free play winner. And if you want to thank us for basically 7 straight winners, you can join our premium packages over at Doc Sports for the season. And of course, for YouTube Premium, where we hang out every single day and talk about games every single day. That's what you should do. Okay? And I like the Miami Dolphins. Plus the 4 is your free play. All right, Carolina. Oh, let me get you some other baseball leans, and I'll get you some the football leans. Minnesota, Boston in Game 2 in baseball. I like the under there. These two teams play a morning game, but I think there's just too much value in the under here. Matthews and Crawford here. Both these guys are on bounce back. Crawford, 3 straight non-quality starts as well, and 5 home runs in his last 3 games. The line sits at 7.5. I think it makes a lot of sense to back the under there. White Sox and San Diego. I like the White Sox plus the 2.5 here. White Sox lost 4 in a row, and I think they get up to face Darvish, to be honest with you. Darvish, 4 straight quality starts. 5 innings, 7 hits, 2 runs against Seattle. But if you're the White Sox, is this not your Super Bowl? Give me the White Sox plus the 2.5 here. And I like their young pitcher as well. I think he comes through. Burke went 3 innings, 3 hits, no runs against Cleveland, and 5 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs against Oakland. He's not a bad pitcher. Colorado and the Dodgers. I like the I like Colorado plus the. I like the Dodgers minus the 2.5. Here's my theory behind this game. You have a Dodgers pitcher who sees the attention that Shohei gets, a fellow countryman, if you will, and I think that's going to motivate Yamamoto here. And I like the fact that Yamamoto went 6 innings, 4 hits, 1 run against the Rockies. And I think he wants a little attention himself. And I think Colorado comes off that huge 6-3 win over the Dodgers as a plus 262 dog. And plus the Dodgers are going to bounce back. Give me the Dodgers minus the 2.5. Indiana and Connecticut in the WNBA. I like Connecticut. They lost to Indiana. This is a great spot for Connecticut to get some revenge. This is the same Connecticut team that throttled Chicago to close out the year, and they lost by 2 points to Minnesota at home, and I think they bounced back in a nice way here. Connecticut's experience is much better than Indiana's first WNBA playoff game in a long time, with Caitlin Clark especially, and I like Connecticut minus the points. Phoenix and Minnesota. I like Minnesota here. Minnesota's ready to win a title. And they lost to the last game 51-67, but they didn't play anybody. And Phoenix is just terrible, man. They lost by 19 to Seattle and 18 to Connecticut. Minnesota's every bit as good as those two teams. And I think Minnesota could win by 20. Seattle and Vegas. Give me Vegas in the over. Seattle just lost to this team 72-88, so Seattle can be an active dog. Vegas also going for a three-peat this year too. Vegas has covered nearly 10 games in a row. They're super focused right now. So give me Vegas. Lean on Vegas in the over. All right, so your NFL leans, I mentioned this to you yesterday, but I'll mention to you again. I still like Carolina. I think that having a brand new quarterback will help this team, and it can't be any worse than Bryce Young, my Alabama quarterback, and passing for less than 70 yards. Minshew went 31 for 38 in his last game against the Ravens. There's no way he has such a good game today. Lean on Carolina. Bengals and Washington. I like the Bengals here. They're going to be angry starting the season 0-2. Washington comes off of a win, but they got super lucky against the Giants, who had like 8 chances to score, and they didn't score a touchdown instead of hitting a bunch of field goals. Give me the Bengals to get out their frustration. Bears, Colts, like the over there. You have Caleb Williams, who played horrible in his last game. I think he had another less than 100-yard passing. And then you have the Colts here with Richardson, 3 interceptions last week against the Packers. They're both going to be ticked off. Like the over. Detroit, Tampa Bay, or Denver, Tampa Bay. I like Denver. I think they're playing really hard. Knicks threw for 200 yards, just 2 interceptions in the last game. They were in both those games, to be honest with you. They played great against Steelers and just fell short. I think with Tampa Bay coming off the massive win that they are, they have a huge letdown. And I'm going to take Denver here. Houston, Minnesota. I like the Texans here. I think Houston has not played their best game yet with Minnesota. A monumental win over San Francisco. Classic letdown spot here for the Vikings. And I think Minnesota's a dog here for a reason. Houston has not played their best game, and I think they're going to step up and play well. Only 19 points last week. Chargers, Pittsburgh, like the Steelers here. I don't think the Chargers win here. Harbaugh is kind of new to the NFL, if you will, a little bit. I know he was with the NFL quite a bit, but you have Tomlin here. I don't think he's completely sure of what Herbert can do because he's only having him pass for about 150 yards a game. I think Tomlin will coach these guys up. I think he's having some success here with his quarterback here, and I think the Steelers, what they've done is impressive, winning at Atlanta and beating Denver, a team that was coming off of a loss. So give me the Steelers here, and it's a good public fade. Philadelphia, New Orleans, I'm still on the Eagles here. I think this team got embarrassed in their last game. They should have beaten my Falcons, but they didn't. They were an offsides call away and a drop pass from Saquon from winning that game. New Orleans comes off a monumental win, 40-plus points in their last game over Dallas. They're no longer the hunted. They're no longer the hunter, but the hunted. And I think that stress gets to them. Give me the Eagles coming off that bad loss. Giants and Cleveland. I like the Giants here. Giants are 0-2. The usual, until they change their QB, nothing's going to change. But I think Cleveland has a letdown after that great performance against Jacksonville. And I think Giants and Debo is actually, Coach Debo is actually quite good. And I don't trust Cleveland at all to have back-to-back quality games. Baltimore and Dallas. I like the Ravens here. I just don't think they start the season 0-3. I think the Ravens show up in a big way here. Reminds me of the Florida Gators versus the Mississippi State Bulldogs game. Both those teams were coming off of losses. But I'll take the better team that's going on the road here. And I like Baltimore to get it done. Baltimore has a much, much, much better coaching than Dallas does. San Francisco and the Rams. I like the under there. LA's off a horrendous loss, 10-41 Arizona. San Francisco off of a loss, 2 to Minnesota. I think the Rams get back to doing what the Rams normally do, play great defense, and the Rams giving up 41 points at San Francisco. The Rams gave up 41 points in their last game to Arizona, and San Francisco gave up 30-plus points in their last game to Minnesota. How often does that happen? Give me the under. Jacksonville, Buffalo. I absolutely love the Jags Monday night. Great public fade. You are an 0-2 team. Don't just show up here. Jags beat this team by 5 points last year. I know that Buffalo has revenge, but Buffalo's off of a 31-10 win against the Dolphins. But Tua had 3 interceptions that game, and then he looked horrible. And I think Trevor Lawrence has regressed a little bit here. He's going to have the best game of the year so far for him, and I think they shock everybody, and they play great at Buffalo. That is what I have for you guys. Hope you guys are doing great. Hope you have a great Sunday. Please jump on our premium packages, 7-unit NFL $425. Jump on our YouTube premium. Jump on our NHL package for the season. If you want to thank us for the channel, join us for our premium packages and our YouTube premium. See you back here tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye. Oh, yeah. What is on YouTube premium? The Royals, San Francisco, Giants game, Connecticut, Indiana, Texas, Minnesota, White Sox, Padres, Baltimore, Dallas, Chargers, Steelers, Game 2 of Minnesota, Boston, Arizona, Milwaukee in baseball too. All that is on over on YouTube premium. Take care. Bye-bye.